the ceiling. Oh yeah, got me dreaming, dreaming in colors I never dreamed. Oh yeah, I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Filling up with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed. Skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh, magic. No, I'm never letting go. Now that I have it with you. When you kiss me, it's like the stars fall out the sky onto my heart to cover up what I don't wanna show. I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Filling up with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed. Skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, yeah, you take me higher, baby.
Welcome to Saturday Night Vibe, the progressive news show. Let's be Esri. I am your host, Small and Low with AITAH. And on today's show, we're Shabala Hamala. We're going to look at a whole bunch of videos today in lieu of relaxing, unwinding, because tomorrow we're getting back into I ain't going to say it's a serious subject. It's very, very interesting. It's a very interesting subject. So we're going to relax tonight because tomorrow our thinking caps are going to be like all over the place. But it was a fascinating thing. I have to look it over again. So we're going to look through a couple of Reddit stories at the very beginning. We have a real or nah, which I'm going to go out of order in the second hour, the Mama Heart hour. I'm actually going to play the real or nah before I play the Am I the A-hole, only because the real or nah is a little longer than the Am I the A-hole. It is, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just weird. It is just very, very weird. And then we're going to just jump straight into Foxy's videos of the week. So, yep, that is our lineup. Shamala Hamala, Anna, how are you tonight? I am literally full of energy because of that video, which, by the way, for Anna, I was able to download during the music.
So, we have Shamala Hamala.
So I'm full of energy now. You're right, Anna. It does do that to you.
Yeah, I had a support group earlier because tomorrow's my dad's 71st birthday, and
Oh,
we have family coming over. I'll still be here for the show, but we're gonna have an afternoonish kind of a party, and it's basically my brother, my sister-in-law, my nephews, and us. So it's gonna be fun.
well, happy birthday, Papa. So
And
71. All right, let's see who's all
oh,
out
he
there.
heard you. He says thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, sir. I didn't know you're welcome,
I
sir.
didn't know I could hear you. Okay, funny what you can actually what you hear and then what you don't hear. He's
You can
71.
you can always hear love.
True, true.
See who we already got out there. And a heart. Please remember to hit those like buttons no matter what your color is. Share and subscribe if you haven't yet. We appreciate everyone coming out to spend some time with us this weekend. Yeah, we got
Thank you.
some hello Rad Mafia fam.
Oh, I like it. Rad Mafia fam.
Oh, I got the
Good.
whole thing. Hello LL, how are you
That's sweetheart.
tonight? Let's go ahead and get into it, which aka let's get this party started. So just two heads up, neurodivergency warning. It's not bad, but the sensitivity is different for everyone.
Is it the background thing
It's the
again?
background. It's always the background thing. This one is a little better because at least his early ones are very bad videos because the caption would come up as he was reading, and that's what made the neurodivergent really bad because you saw a lot more of the background. The ones
It's
that
blurry.
the one that he has now, he automatically has the words covering most of the
We all
screen.
get better as we go along. We see what gets more views. We see what gets less. We kind of tailor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it get these are some of his latest ones, so to speak.
Okay. All
But
right. Thank you for the
um,
win.
the second I ain't gonna call it a warning. I'm just letting you know. The second thing is a lot of these are more of a series, more of event. So it's not like a one video we talk about it, blah blah blah. The first video I'm going to show you is a 3-parter. The second video I'm going to show you is a 2-parter, and things
Okay.
like that. I wanted to start doing that because one, I really have been enjoying this dude because he gives us updates. And I love the fact that I want to see what happened after. And there's a lot of stories that we've done on this show where we go ham talking about the story, but we never get an update on what happened afterwards.
Right.
This guy does, and because of that, I have to bring him down.
And I have to point out that look at woman's intuition in on sometime last weekend where I was like, something feels really wrong. I cannot yet put my finger on it.
Yeah,
And then that
yeah,
story 180.
yep, and
So
that's what it is.
I do
We
enjoy those conversations.
yeah, we get to the point now where the show is getting a little too is older for us to constantly keep saying we don't have enough information. We just don't have enough information,
We just
and
start
it's
to
like
fill in.
so we need. I found a guy who
That's great.
fills those voids so we can go. Yeah,
We
see,
have more information.
I was right. I was right about that. Or Yeah,
Or I
didn't see
was
that one
wrong.
coming.
And wow, look at that.
Yeah, didn't see that one coming.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and get started with the first one. Girlfriend owns porn store.
My girlfriend was left a smut store and strip club by her dad when he died 8 years ago. He left it go to be a crap hole, but she poured her entire inheritance and took out some loans to revamp them both. It is now a popular, well-managed establishment. She makes a decent life, but I have issues and I want her to sell it before I will even think of proposing. I don't think the adult industry is a positive place for anyone. I can't tell my strict Catholic parents what she does for a living. She has to put a lot of time into the club. Saturday, we had plans to go see Shazam and have dinner. She got called that a bartender's kid is sick, and she ended up working until 4 a.m. due to no coverage. This is a regular occurrence in some capacity. She just shrugs at me and tells me it's part of being an active owner of a successful business. She ends up working until 4 a.m. at least 4 times a week. She is adamant that she will not sell. I need some good points as to why she should. Points involving children will not work as she doesn't want children.
Let me go first on this one, Anna.
Please.
We'll piggyback off each other.
Please do.
So you'll go first the second video. And trust me, you're gonna want to go first the second video.
Oh boy.
One, who said, did you ever or did y'all ever discuss being married? Because it just seems like you're just saying off the top of your head, and I won't propose until she sells the store.
Right. Like,
Which I think you are so traditional. You think this is automatically the next, and traditional wise, it usually is. You know, you dated for a long time, and unless you discuss not ever getting married, the traditional way is the next thing you do is you get married. You move in, you get married. But like I said at the beginning, we discuss it first. We don't just assume. Second of all, she turned what you called a crap hole of a place with her loan, her hard work, her money too, and made it a very successful business. Now, what the business is may be bad with you. I get it. Not everything is made for everybody. I get that. Regardless of how better the United States have been getting when it comes to acceptance of things, there's just some people who just not going to get over it. And again, that's fine. What I have a problem with you, though, is I really think you what's the word I'm trying to use? I think you overthinking that you are in a better position when you're not.
overestimating?
Yes, thank you. I think you're overestimating I think you overestimate her love for you.
Hmm.
I think you're feeling that she wants to be engaged so bad that this is your boundary that she has to sell her business to be married to you. Yeah. Okay. So whatever. I'm sorry, dude. Oh, last part I have to make. But the funny thing about it is, and the story will tell the answer to this. Are you wanting her to sell the business because you don't want to look bad in front of your very Catholic parents? Or are you using your very Catholic parents as your excuse to want her to get rid of the business? Just gonna throw that out there. I'm not gonna give the answer, but go ahead, Anna.
In what kind of way is she requiring you to be on her arm in opening night? Um, you're not comfortable, you don't have to partake. If this is not your jam, sit it out. But this is from her father. This is a business that is now multi-generational. And look, it focuses on people having pleasure. That is the bottom line. You don't have to think of it any more than that. You don't even have to go in there. But yes, you speak about these things, and I hope he's talked to her, we'll find out, about his discomfort, because if I was running a business, and a partner was uncomfortable, I'd want to know. And I'd want to talk, I'd want to figure out where these feelings are coming from, if that person means enough to me. But that's the thing. Are you assuming that this is just you are beelining right for marriage? And it would all be perfect if only she just gave up the business? That's a you problem, dude. That's not a her problem. You need some shamala hamala in your life. Why don't you go to church with the parents? And you might actually find it. Who knows?
Okay, let's move on. So he did put his big boy pants on, and he did tell her his what he expected going future in his relationship, which we've said on the show plenty of times. You need to do that. You need to put it out there, have the uncomfortable conversation, put it all out there. So he does. Let's see what happens though.
I decided to tell her that the sexual side of the store and club bothered me, and that I wanted her to sell it before I would propose. I made breakfast before she left to go over the store for the day. She dumped me on the spot. She said she enjoys her work, loves the adult industry, and has no plans on selling ever. She said she has worked too hard and too long for that sort of BS. We don't live together, so we walked through her apartment to gather my things. We gave each other's keys back. She already blocked me on Facebook.
Dude, you weren't even living together, and I will not propose. Oh, dude. Go to church with your parents. Oh,
what's up,
and
Jesus?
way to go, girl. Shamala hamala.
Oh
So,
my God.
It's incredible how much people build up in their mind about what is going to happen. They can see it. They feel it deep down in their bones, and but wait, I saw life going this way. What happened? Oh, really? Why were you so intimidated by her being in the adult industry? It's not like she was starring in porn here. She had a shop. And even if she was starring in porn, that wouldn't matter to me. As long as she's being safe. Her safety. Her happiness. Looking at how, once again, a multi-generational business here. and that she turned something completely around with her own ingenuity. Do you know the paperwork that takes? The inventory that you have to make sure things are matching up. You have to be on top of everything. Everybody comes to you with their problems. You are the boss. And if you do have employees, that that you have to deal with their personalities, and it is just as complex and multi-layered as any other business. I don't get why people have this hang up of, oh my god, my wife owns a porn store. Okay. Why are you bothered by this? You're not needing the store. I'm assuming she's not bringing stuff home going, honey, let's try this out. Like, how is this impacting your relationship except for in your head? I don't know. And happy Easter. Gosh. Ah.
All right. But here's the deal.
Because we knew he was going to be an idiot and come back and say, but I'm so terrific. How can you turn this down?
Yeah. He does come back. But remember what one of the things that he said was the reason that he wanted her to sell the business?
Because he wants to propose?
But what was the other one? About his parents?
Oh, right. That his parents were super ultra conservative Catholic, I believe was the story, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see how those Catholic parents deal.
Yep.
I broke up with my ex-girlfriend against Reddit's advice because she owns a strip club and smut store that she inherited from her father and she refused to sell. I ended up telling my parents what she did for a living, and they were shockingly cool with it. My dad said he even had his suspicions because he knew her dad growing up and figured it out through the last name. Her dad was well known in town. I went to the club last week to try to talk to her, but she was covering for a bartender again. She was dressed up as Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, and she did the gun cocking motion with the bat like Harley did in the movie while I was across the room heading towards the bar. Next thing I know, I was being escorted out by the bouncers. She blocked me completely on everything. I was thinking of sending her a snail mail letter, but does that even work? I'm not sure what I would say.
Okay. It really jumped out at me that he uses this word smut over and over when referring to this. I do not know if this is a word she has anywhere in her business name. If so, okay, cool. The definition of smut is some kind of material, whether a magazine, book, pictures, movies, or jokes that offend some people because they relate to sex. So he immediately is going to this. No, this is offensive.
Well, let me help you out on that.
But then turn out
in the wording, it is porn. The person that's talking is using the word smut because I guess his algorithm goes out to about that we do, and it may have children involved or something like that that's listening to it. So that may be something that YouTube don't want to say to kids. I don't understand how, but it's better, but you don't got away with it this far, so okay. And LL, yeah, you lying piece of crap. First of all, she broke up with you. You did not break up.
Cheers to that, darling.
Okay, bro. Listen, she ain't the right person for you.
No.
And I really, honestly think, in my heart of hearts, it's partially because she owns a business that you're not comfortable with. But what I'm saying is partially. I don't even think you would like it if she owns a reputable any type of business. I don't think that's you. I really think you're one of those people. I don't, and maybe I'm so messed up listening to Reddit stories. So thank goodness I got next weekend off to not listen to any, other than probably put it in my inventory and then move on about my business. But I feel you are the type of person that wants to stay at home mom / wife, and you are the you are the breadwinner, and you go and contribute everything, and she contributes nothing. I think there is no business that she could have a Christian
Those women
bookstore.
are up there.
Yeah. I don't think you would have I think you would have a problem if she owned a Christian bookstore. I don't think this is your thing, bro. I just don't think you have a inability to look at women as equals. I just don't. I've been married for almost 20 years. I am so sick and tired of listening to stories about I'm so insecure because my wife makes more money than me. Bruh. And my wife made more money than me. We just recently got equal. Ish. I ain't gonna say equal, but a lot better than when we started. I don't even know exactly how to say this, but if we was looking at the equality of she's in the $100,000 and I'm making the $40,000, I ain't gonna feel no type of way whatsoever. High dignity, our vacation's gonna be lit. We can afford it. I'm gonna contribute to the bills and everything else, but one thing I'm not gonna worry about is money. You worry about your ego. Yeah, whatever. Your wife pays for everything. My wife can. Yours can't. I'll talk to y'all when we get back from Hawaii. I don't get you guys. I really don't. I have no issue with it whatsoever. So kudos to you, dude. This wasn't for you. She broke up with you. You didn't break up with her. You tried to get her back. Kudos to the ex-girlfriend who didn't even want to hear what you had to say.
Yeah.
Didn't even want to hear it. Do you know how bad off you get when you blocked on everything before you even get to your car? That's how bad this was. I'm pretty sure she had everything that she was going to block you on already sitting up on the computer. So,
if she was that quick to break up with you, this either was such a big deal to her and you failed to recognize that, which is such a big strike against you already, or there were already problems and you failed to recognize that. And this was the last straw.
yeah.
You are not giving her any kind of recognition as a human being.
All right, folks.
Yeah.
We got to move on because, man, oh man. Three-parter video.
Are we in the same story or now a different one?
That story gone. Dude,
That story's done. Okay. Next.
Yeah. We done. Yeah. She blocked you, and so are we. We done.
Right on.
Uh, I had to fix some because I didn't download it. Y'all have to really pay attention to this story, cause. So let's go ahead and get into part one. I accuse my boyfriend of cheating.
I accused my 28 male fiance of cheating on me, 26 female, and left our house. Okay. Originally posted February 17th, 2024. Throwaway because I feel really stupid and need advice. My fiance and I have been in a relationship for the past 6 years, engaged for the last 2 years, and we are about to get married in November of 2024. Gonna try not to make this long. On Monday, I woke up around 2 a.m. to go to the bathroom. As I walked past my fiance's side of the bed, his phone went off with a message. I got curious and looked. The message was from a girl called Angie. This message said it was good to see you again, and I had a lot of fun. We should do it again sometime. I took his phone with me to the bathroom and read their chats. Nothing sexual or even flirty, but there were a bunch of conversations of meeting up at her place, what they did that day, all the fun they were having. I remember yesterday I wanted to do something with him, but he couldn't as his sister was in town and they had arranged to meet and hang out for months now. He did invite me along, but I didn't go, didn't want to take away from his time with his sister. My thoughts immediately went to him cheating on me and I started to bawl like a baby in the bathroom. My fiance came rushing into the bathroom to see what was going on. I was not as quiet as I thought I was in the end. When he came close to me and asked what was going on, I told him not to touch me. He looked hurt in that moment and took a step back. I gave him his phone and told him to explain himself through tears. He took the phone, looked, and laughed. Then I saw him laughing. I got up and stormed out, locking myself in the spare bedroom. He came to the bedroom and through the door said he was sorry for laughing and tried to explain himself. Before he said anything else, I told him to leave. He then left for our bedroom. That morning before he woke up, I grabbed some of my things and came to my sister's house. I've been here since Tuesday morning, too afraid to go home. He sent me a message that morning saying he heard and saw me leave but didn't want to stop me because of what happened the night before. Again, he said sorry for laughing, but the situation was just ridiculous at the moment, and his brain responded with laughter. I sent back some hurtful things and that he's a cheater. He responded with, Angie is a nickname for my sister, Angelina. He told me to confirm with his sisters if I didn't believe him, and he told me to check Facebook and Insta if I need proof because a picture was posted of their meetup yesterday. He didn't say anything to the hurtful thing I said to him or anything, but told me the house is open for me to come back anytime I like, and when I do, we'll have a serious conversation about what happened and what will happen going forward. I'm scared to go home because I feel like he'll be breaking up with me, and I don't want that. How can I handle this? I know I was wrong for the way that I acted. I acted like a child. I overreact. How can I fix this? What can I do now?
Oh, please. You go home and you talk to him like an adult. If he was done with you, your things would be packed. It would be over already. You left on a whim. You didn't have enough information. You were hurt that he left. Look, people have reactions under stress that they cannot control. Sometimes it's laughter, sometimes it's disassociating. If we don't understand that we all need to be able to take a breath and move past that moment of hurt to get to the explanation. Does the explanation make sense? You could have been there that night. And hey, look, emotions are emotions. They go, we all ride them weird ways at times. Now, time to be an adult, time to just go home and talk. And if you made a mistake, which it greatly looks like you have, with some humility, as in being humble, not coming in looking for any humiliation. I hate that there's not a separated word there. But with some humility, you come back and you say, I'm sorry. I made an assumption and I forgot the really classic phrase of I'm sorry if this breaks first hour, but if I assume, I make an ass of you and me. There's a reason that we break these kinds of words down into silly little I forget the word you use for that. If somebody knows, please let me know. We come up with these little examples because assuming is a big deal. When you don't have all the information and you are ready to leave, he was out with his sister, dude. He asked, would you like to go? Now, okay, the text brought up some kind of feelings. Do you have some kind of trust issues? Maybe that should be talked about as well. Go ahead, Marlon.
The only thing I'm going to say, because I want to move on real quick, is I think you're very immature.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I even say something like that, because even if, and I'm not disagreeing with Anna about, emotions running high. And you do some silly things when your emotions is all out of whack. You don't trust anybody. You're heated. You're mad. But here's why I say that you're very immature. Because even at the heated moment, even when you saw that text message, literally when you're mad and upset, what is usually the first thing that comes out of your mouth, whether you're saying it loudly, whether you're screaming it, whatever? The first thing, usually for me, the way I grew up, the things that I see on TV and in the movies, the first thing that I usually hear when you think that your significant other is cheating on you is, who is this? That is usually the first question out of their mouth. You ran and hid. And trust me, young lady, no, I do not believe that you thought you was quieter than you thought you were. You know you wasn't. You knew exactly what you was doing. You knew what you was doing.
Once again, immaturity. I'm not quite so sure she did.
Immaturity will make sure that he heard that you was crying loud enough that he would come. So that's why I'm saying the immaturity.
Okay. It's like a subconscious thing. Yes.
Yeah, I thought I was being quiet, but apparently you knew you wasn't. If I sit there and I'm there beside my wife, and my wife comes to my side of the bed and then runs out the door, leaves the door open, I'm like, what the hell just happened? What is going on?
Mm-hmm.
And runs into the man cave or runs into the bathroom and lock the door.
And locks.
It locks the door. What is going on? It doesn't take her crying real loudly. I'm like, hey, what just happened here? But let's move on because got a special treat because we got a lot. The second video is a lot of commenters commenting on the story. And the only reason that I've added is because OP actually answers some relevant questions that some of the commenters were saying. and for the fact that lady, you really need to listen to what the commenters were saying, because the more I listen to the comments, the worse I feel about this situation with you.
Elizabeth, yikes, oh dear. How do you get engaged to a person and not know his sister's name? Okay, top comments here. Comment, how did you not put Angie and Angelina together as the sister of the man you're supposedly marrying, especially when he told you he was meeting his sister and invited you to go? Sorry, sis, but this is your own damn idiotic fault. SMH. Edit. Especially since y'all have been together for 6 years. You mean in all that time you've never heard her called Angie? Another comment. Even if you hadn't heard him call her Angie before, you knew that his sister's name was Angelina, which is obviously very similar, and that she was in a town he'd been hanging out with her, and you immediately jumped to assuming that he was cheating? I'm sorry, but this is an absolutely buck wild reaction. If he doesn't break up with you, you need to get yourself into therapy ASAP and figure out where this knee-jerk reaction came from. In fact, you really should do that either way, because this level of trust issue in an otherwise stable 6-year relationship is not normal, unless you're leaving out something huge like past infidelity. Original OP's response, nothing like that at all. He's always been lover. He be lover. Words hard do, me think. He has always been loving and never hides anything from me. We know the password to every device each other owns. Edit. OP's response, I was cheated on before by my previous boyfriend and found out in a similar way. Ding, ding, ding. Before someone asked, I heard him referring to his sister as Angie in the past, but my brain didn't put it together that night. Now the part of your brain that got cheated on is the one that took control and was like, who this bitch? I've been at my sister's house since Tuesday morning, too afraid to go home, and the only text I've gotten from him so far is asking if I'm okay and good night text. When I tried to talk over the phone, he says we will talk when you're home. He won't be doing it over a phone. The conversation is to be had face to face.
Words hard do. Best sentence of the night.
We've done it on this show many times when we go, oh, what's that word I want to use? It sounded so intelligent in my head, but now I can't even remember how to say it. Listen, young lady, and I want you to pay close attention, even though I know what the ending is. Why I added those comments into it, it really does not bode well for you. 6 years. 6. And you couldn't put 2 to 2 together. 6 years. Plus, it said more in this video. I don't know if I caught it or not, but I'm going to let you know right now. You were cheated on in the past. Okay, I get that. You was cheated on in the past. Were you cheated on with this boyfriend, though? Because I'm going to tell you something that you better take to heart right here, right now. You're letting a previous relationship control your current relationship. Very dangerous. Very immature. And like I said, I already know what the ending is of it. So I'm going to shut up real quick, because that's what I want to focus on more, is the last video. Anna?
I do want to say really quick, the fear of abandonment, the psychology of abandonment can start really early, have very little to do with your dating life, and now it makes a little bit more sense to me that she has that experience in her past. But yes, you have to look at the relationship that you are in now. Has he ever given you any reason in 6 years? In 6 years, he has never given you a reason to believe anything but his love for you. You said pretty much as much. Whether it is with a therapist, whether it is with a friend who can do this deep dive with you, you do need to talk about it. These trust issues, they are going to keep popping up in not only your relationships with men, romantic relationships, they're going to start to show in your friendships. It is really scarring. It is very traumatic to have the basic experience of your parents should have been there in some capacity, but they weren't. And that made a mark on you. Then you were cheated on. And yes, I am guessing about the parents here. It's just that I've seen it a lot. And I am also speaking from experience. There can be, it can be your own perceived, they should have been there for me, but they weren't, rather. And if that made such a deep mark in you that it is now following you around to every relationship, that's trouble. Please get some help.
All right. Let's go ahead and get to the last video. So the last video is going to come to be the conclusion. The end all to be all is the conclusion of the story. Okay. And I guaranteed you, we have talked about this before on this show in great detail. So let's go ahead and get into the last one right now.
Okay, original OP updated the following day, February 18th, 2024. Update, I don't know what to do. My fiance left me. No! All right, we're diving back in. Here we go. Updates. This morning, I got ready to go home. Before I left, I had a final conversation with my sister, and she basically said the same as all of you. During the conversation, the doorbell rang and my sister went to have a look at who was here so early on a Sunday. My fiance walked in, and I was actually excited to see him. I went in to hug him, but he pushed me away. I felt hurt at that moment, and he asked to speak to me in private. We went up to the guest room where I was staying. I'm not going to say everything we discussed here, but the short of the story is he found it very childish for me to run out of the house without talking to him. He said he could forgive all of that because of a misunderstanding. But what he can't forgive is the way I acted and ignored him and hid from him last week. My insecurities all throughout these years have taken a toll on him, and he is done. The fact that a conversation with his sister caused me to do all of this made him see me in a different light. He did try to explain, and he laughed at me saying my reasoning is bullshit. He said not just him, but the whole family refers to his sister as Angie, and I know that. He even brought up instances where I called her Angie myself. I tried to tell him that when I saw the messages, my mind just went blank, and he responded with, "Stop making excuses. I'm done with this." He then said it's better to break up because he doesn't see this relationship going any further. I showed him all of my stuff was packed and that I wanted to go home today. He just responded with too little, too late. He said it as if he was in a movie with no emotions on his face. When he looked at me, all I saw on his face, for some reason, is pity for me. He said he'll be canceling everything and all the money that I have spent on the wedding stuff so far will be in my account as soon as he gets the refunds. Before he left, he just said, "I hope you will find someone that will be able to handle your childishness and insecurities, but that won't be me." He brought all my things to my sister's house. He and two of his friends unloaded everything on my sister's lawn and left. What do I do now? I haven't been able to eat the whole day and just kept crying. How can I fix this? I was wrong, I know, but it's not fair that he will dump me because of this. Not fair. Not fair. Don't know if that's the right word. Okay, comment. Info, did you want him to cheat? Why were you so sure he was cheating when you literally know his sister's name is Angie? It just sounds like you're almost looking for an out. Just break up with him. He deserves better. Edited to add, saw your update. Good on him. What the f*** do you mean it's not fair that he dumped you? They caught it too. I understand what he's saying when he said you're childish. You literally sound like a toddler stomping your feet and saying it's not fair. It's absolutely fair. You disrespected him and your relationship by accusing him of infidelity, not letting him explain that extremely rational explanation, and then hiding at your sister's house for an entire week just to not face the consequences of your actions.
A week. A week. Oh, girl. Oh.
I said that I was going to tell you what we've talked about on this show before. Why did he come over there? Why did he have everything packed up? Why was he looking at you with no feelings or emotions whatsoever? Indifference. When you're at that point, you don't. I do. And I'm going to tell you when it comes. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you what the pattern
He
of it
pitied
was.
her.
Oh, no, that's her saying he looked at her with pity. His emotion was indifference. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you the pattern of it, Anna, what it was.
Okay.
This guy was very mature, very, very mature.
Mm-hmm.
He was so mature, he said, and I don't know if they said in the video, I don't know if I edited it in, but she wanted to constantly talk to him on the phone. This is the immaturity of it. I'm going to tell you what the immaturity was. She wanted to talk about it over the phone to gauge where he was at before she went home. And he constantly kept saying to her, no, I want to talk to you first. No, I may not have put it in the video.
Oh, okay.
And I put it in the video, but there was a part where she kept.
That's an important piece.
Yeah. She wanted to keep talking to him over the phone, over and over on the phone. And he kept saying, the door is open. Come home. I want to talk to you face to face. When it got to the part where the indifference wasn't completely there, but it was, you could take a peek into it was getting there.
He was getting there, yeah.
When the two text messages, are you okay? And good night. When you take a week and you told the truth, you really did. Did make you look better, but you did tell the truth. That's why I'm sorry I didn't put it in the video. I should have put it in the video. You wanted to gauge how he was really feeling over the phone before you went home. And he was the mature one of saying, no, you need to face me. And let's talk this out. And you were so immature that because you wasn't getting the answer that you wanted over the phone, I'm not coming home. So
remember, he's 28, she's 26.
2-year age gap.
That not everybody who passes the magical number of 25, where we talk about the brain now should be hooking up the synapses of what happens next. This question should be on our mind in perpetuity, I think is the way to say it.
Perpetuity.
It should be on our mind a lot.
Yeah, I get it.
And it really illustrates to me that we don't always grow up in neat packages. We have our own trauma to get over, and everybody has their own innate ability, whether how much they can handle at a time. And look at this dude, 28. He was actually a bit beyond his years still. I'm proud of him for sticking up for yourself the way you did. Yes, you deserve a relationship where your partner trusts you. That when you say something, you can almost be assured that's going to be the truth.
Let me cut in real quick, Anna.
Yeah, please
It
do.
isn't for the fact that you want to be in a relationship where your partner trusts you. You want to be in a relationship that whatever issue that you come across, you both come together. It's one of those things where they say when there's an issue in your relationship, marriage, significant other, whatever, it doesn't matter.
You
It's
should come
not,
out closer.
yeah, it's not you against them.
Right.
It's you and them against the problem. And
Yeah.
this, she just was not there yet.
No.
If he's willing to go through this, because I don't want anybody to come away from this story with, well, this was a one-time thing. I really honestly don't believe this was a one-time
No.
situation. And honestly, I can tell you right now,
He
if
said
you
he
believe
was
that,
tired of it.
he was tired of it. 6 years.
Years.
6. Engaged for 2. You have used the word edgy before for his sister. I go ahead. I'm so done with this.
We can forget things in the moment. Once again, stupid things happen. It's how we then come back from it. Mistakes are but a chance to make it right. They're a chance for you to learn and grow. So hopefully you will never make that mistake again. And for sure, this is going to be a learning experience, and either she is going to be so detached and not learn to trust, or she is going to dig into that part of her psyche, figure it out, and come out a stronger person on the other side. You have the choice here now. None of your choices involve being together with this man again. You have blown that. You're weak with your sister. Blew that. Now you have to decide how you're going to go forward. You are your responsibility. That is it.
I want you to do 2 things. One, I do want you to get therapy for this situation. It that infidelity that happened with your boyfriend, and again, I cannot stress this enough. Ooh, because I'm being nice with the numbers here. Really, I am. Even if it was infidelity, well, it's not infidelity. He cheated on you. He wasn't married to the other dude. The guy cheated on you. But look at it that guy cheated on you 6 years ago. Again, I'm being nice with the numbers because it is not like he cheated on you 6 years ago and you broke up and then you jumped into this relationship. It could have been 1 or 2 years between that, between the breakup and you meeting the new boyfriend slash fiance. But I don't know. So let's just be nice and say 6 years ago. That happened 6 years ago. That messed you up more than what you are giving out. that you are willing to blow this whole thing up. But most importantly, it has the therapy is for you to handle that. There is no therapy on the face of the planet that's going to help with your maturity. They can give you some outlines of, hey, you need to man up, woman up, whatever, and face issues that may prop up. Because this, a lot of things, and that is why this dude was seriously done with you, in my opinion. I don't know. Like I said, we don't know what I can't take this no more really does mean. But it literally could mean I can't handle the idea of us being married. We get into a fight and you dash and run until you cool down. I can't handle that. That's not a marriage. I can't handle, on top of that, I can't handle there's an issue of something comes up and you dash and run and there really wasn't an issue. You created the issue, you get the answer, and now you scared. Like, who wants to be married to somebody like that?
Mm-hmm.
That's tiresome to think about and say, let alone live. No, that's all I can give you. Anna is 100% absolutely correct. Please do not do this to get him back, because that is dead in the water. That is over with. But if you want any type of relationship in the future, I'm speaking to you as a parent, get your crap together or be prepared for a bunch of toxic relationships that, as a father, if you get into a whole bunch of toxic relationships and it's just you who feel like it's a toxic relationship, it's you. It's you. So, anyway, that is our first hour. Thank you very much, Anna. I really thought I was going to really appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and get into the Mama Heart Hour. Again, just a change of things. We're going to go straight into Real or Non. Then we're going to go into Am I the A-Hole? And then straight into Foxy's videos of the week. 3-minute break to reboot. Word be hard. Reboot and refresh, and we'll see everybody on the other side. Stay tuned.
Living for weekends, wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. I always stay dreaming, never imagined I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate into the
are back, and without further ado, let's go ahead and pay those bills. Radical Truth to Power tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we will do the first part of a multiple part series. I don't know, I haven't broken it down yet. Of the rules for rulers. What do it really take to rule the world? Very fascinating. Please tune in. Please do not forget to go to patreon.com/Tracy Media Fan. Help support Tracy and all of her endeavors. Please do not forget to go to Anna Hart's website, BorelliEtc.com. Learn something that you didn't think you need to know, but you should. And as always, if you need to reach me, you can do so at radtp@outlook.com. That's RADTP@outlook.com. And before I even finish up, before we even get into the Mama Heart Hour, I have to check one bit of information that literally may be starting tomorrow, that I may be adding yet another name to this list. Anna, you know who I'm talking about. I just want to double check just to make sure, though, because I think it literally did go live Tuesday.
Yes, Theus has been working very hard.
Okay, so I'm gonna check with this. We literally going to have a new another person, another sponsor, another person. I don't know what you call what I do. Being nice, I don't know. But either way, let's go ahead and get it to the Mama Heart Hour. Let's see who we already got out there. Hey, what's
Hey,
up?
baby
What's
boy.
up, partner?
How's your weekend going?
We got to get to 400 subscribers before WrestleMania. We're there. We did get rid of 2.
Oh, 2? I thought it was 1.
We're at 395.
Right.
So I thought we was at 397 at one point. But
I didn't see.
Trust me on this. It's not a sweat, because I think a lot of those things are bots. So I think when the app actually catches up to them, they sort of like, get out of here. So it doesn't bother me as much. But yes, I would love to. I know if anybody is thrown off, why are we doing a show on the last week of the month when we normally don't do it? Because Parker,
happy Easter to those who celebrate.
Happy Easter to those who celebrate. Thank you for coming in anyway. Truly appreciate it. We are at we are number up there watching, so truly appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that like button. Let everybody know that we are live right now, so we get more people watching. If you haven't already, I truly appreciate it. But anywho, the reason why we're doing a show on the last weekend of the month when we normally don't, everybody should know by now I am a huge wrestling fan. WrestleMania is the biggest wrestling show of the year, and that is next weekend. And I am not even remotely trying to do it. And trust me, you cannot sit here and say, Paula, you're not dedicated to the show. I have literally done a show during some of the biggest wrestling events. And I've decided I'll just watch the event after doing the show. WrestleMania is not one of them. It's like, if you don't understand from a wrestling fan, watching WrestleMania is like missing WrestleMania is like missing the Super Bowl. There's just certain things you just
I was going to make the exact same comparison.
It's the exact same thing for a wrestling fan. I'm not going to miss it. I am even going to smoke out that weekend.
What kind of meat?
Chicken the first night, because Foxy wants some chicken salad. It's going through. It is so good.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It is so good. It gives such a different flavor. And then, what was the other one? I would say steak. It's not. No, because she wants to do that on a blind thing. I have no idea what the second one is. But
you have to let us know.
And how important is WrestleMania for me? I'm taking the following Monday off. I'm not going to rush through none of this. Just
you got the day off work? That's great.
The next day.
That's great.
When
Good.
CM Punk come back, Marlon was doing a show last November. It was funny seeing his reaction. I'm not going to get into wrestling and everything else because nobody else but you and me, Parker, knows what we're talking about. But between you and me, I could give a rat's ass about CM Punk. So just letting you know that now. Does Foxy watch WrestleMania with you? Foxy in the same room with me if that counts, but she ain't watching.
She's not watching.
No. She'll be in the same room with me, but I guarantee you she'll be listening to an ebook or something else. But
Okay. So like she doesn't get excited for you getting excited kind of thing? Like
no.
Not even that? Okay.
No.
Some do.
She if there's a move that a wrestler does, and I'll go, hey, watch this move, she'll do that. But as watching the whole match or something like that, no.
Okay.
And I don't blame her. There's some people who just don't watch things like this. I'm so excited about this golf tournament. Yeah, no. I'm not doing it.
There are some things that when I watch other people getting so excited over it, it doesn't matter that I don't understand what's going on. I can enjoy their enjoyment, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it. Look, at this point in time, we have come where everybody needs an outlet.
Yeah.
Your outlet is
I love to read fantasy books, Yeah.
So knock yourself out. Because I'd rather you go into something silly than sit here and have so much balled up frustration and aggravation that it comes out the wrong way. Please find some kind of outlet. It do not have to make sense to other people because it ain't for other people. It's for you. I told you before, I used to make a joke about it, but I'm dead serious. It ain't nothing but going outside and jumping down in the rain. Hey, that's for you. That ain't for everybody else. They ain't got to understand absolutely nothing. But anyway, Anyway, real or not. Okay, neurodivergent warning again, same dude, but if it didn't bother you the first time, this ain't gonna bother you.
No, it's not that bad for me. I'm
finding videos that don't move fast. Like I think when I find backgrounds that don't move very fast, even if it's color, because one, it doesn't bother me. I'm just being realistic. I'm not neurodivergent. It doesn't bother me. Two, I have to admit, I'm always usually doing something else while it's playing in the background. So I've never really watched this anyway. But when I break it down and look at it, I go, nah, that may bother some people. But anyway, because this is a long one, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Caught my husband kissing his ex-girlfriend.
I am still a little shaken up by what happened. I really need advice on what to do, how to fix this, what is right or wrong. So, my husband's good friend was living with us over the summer. Since it will conceivably be the last summer he's going to be here, he often had friends and whatnot over to visit. Well, the night before he left, a friend invited over a ton of his friends and his sister, who also happens to be my husband's long-term ex-girlfriend. They were pretty serious, dated from when they were 15 to 19. She immediately starts acting like nothing has changed between them, like she's still his girlfriend, behaving cutely, asking him to do things for her, etc. At one point, she's eating chicken wings. We ordered a ton of food, and despite this awkward mess, I hung around, and chokes a little on the spiciness. My husband offers her a paper towel, and she thanks her Sky Bear. This is when I ungraciously flipped my crap. I tell her not to call him that and she needs to leave, right now. My husband immediately brittles and stands up for her. No, she doesn't. She's not going anywhere. I am a little stunned. I have no idea what to say, but I back down, not wanting to push him. Okay, she doesn't have to leave, but I'm going. And it's weird that the person in this situation who's the wife has to leave. Fine, he retorts and tells me that he and his ex and his friend are all going to the bar. And no, I'm not invited. I leave and go to bed, but before they go, I go down to use the bathroom and see him and his ex kissing. Mortified, I run back to bed. He joins me about 3 hours later, well past midnight. I ask him why he's acting the way he has been, and he admitted he just didn't like me reacting so strongly against his ex, and my tone irked him. We fell asleep, and I have no idea what to say or do. Apparently, my irrational bitchiness drove my husband to kiss his ex and go out with her to a bar for a few hours without me. Now, what the F do I do?
No.
Okay.
No. I love this deflection of, well, your reaction made me do it. We're in the second hour. Motherfucker, that didn't make you do anything.
I really think y'all enjoy the second hour more than the first hour, just so y'all can cuss.
If you didn't have anything lurking about for your ex in your mind, there wouldn't have been anything. I call bullshit. Go ahead, Marlon.
Okay, so now I'm gonna keep it going. I've heard the story before.
Okay.
It's going. I'm just gonna give everybody this, not even a warning. I'm not even gonna say a warning because it's not even a warning. I'm just gonna let everybody know what's coming up next. And what's coming up next is things go strangely downhill from here.
Opie's edit. Based on all of your reactions, it gave me the courage to confront my husband. I really don't know what to say. He was completely confused. He told me such an event never happened. He hasn't talked to his ex in years, much less kissed her, and he would never think inviting her over without consulting me would be okay. I texted his friend, and he didn't remember ever doing something like this either, inviting over a ton of people and sister. I even texted a person invited over. He kind of laughed and said he hadn't been over to our house in months. I texted him the same time I was texting husband's friends, so there was no way for them to collude. I am so scared. Edit 2. My husband came home. He was scared when he say the mess I made, he thinks this is serious. He gave me a NyQuil and I am getting ready for bed. I am going to bed. There's nothing more to say tonight. Good night. Thank you. Goodbye. I am going to give him my phone.
The fuck was that? Really?
And
What
Parker,
the fuck
that's
was
why.
that?
And Parker, that's why I said on your message, I need Tracy to say her line. What is wrong with people? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's getting strange.
We either have some gaslighting to the 1000th degree, or what's this with the NyQuil? He gave me my NyQuil. Like, do you take NyQuil every night? If you do, that has been known to give hallucinations. So what is reality anymore? I don't know. I'm
Hey,
done. Yeah.
let's keep this train going. Part 3 or 4, the very next night.
The party should have happened the day before my friend left, which was a Monday. But it couldn't have been because I remember that Monday. Friend came in, told us he was going to hang out with his sister and his friends, and he hugged us goodbye in case he didn't see us the next day, which is when he left. I don't even remember thinking about the party before today. I just remember being upset with my husband all day because of it. I can remember every day since my husband's friend left, and I can't fit the party in any of those days. I checked the garbage cans and there's nothing there. There should have been a big mess from the party, but I can't find anything. I would have remembered cleaning up and feeling pissed about it, but there's nothing but normal garbage from the week. There are no extra dishes out of place, there are no leftovers, and there was a ton of food, like 3 pizzas and 5 boxes of wings, plus someone brought Chinese. And there was a ton of soda, and now I can't find any of it. The paper towels aren't even out of place. They're full, just like I left them. My phone has nothing. My husband says he remembers his friend dropping in, saying he was going to hang out with his sister and friends, and then coming back disappointed because everyone was being an a-hole that night. Then, a friend wanted to get Chinese food and wanted us to come along because he felt lonely. I may have dreamt it, since I can't remember my husband's friend mentioning inviting anyone over before the event, like asking us if it was okay, which he always did before, especially his sister, who has never come over before, or the one particular friend I texted because my husband and I don't get along with him. I am so effing scared right now. I swear, I am not crazy. I'm really not. But this sort of thing used to happen to my grandmother. I don't want it to happen to me. I don't want to tell my husband. It was probably all just a dream. I think I will ask my husband's friend's girlfriend. She wasn't there, but he may have mentioned it to her.
You have
Get
to
off
say
the
something.
NyQuil. Get off the NyQuil.
Okay.
Oof.
I'm just gonna go ahead and got some comments here. Parker, I am so confused. Yeah.
Now imagine living this.
This is a check-in with yourself kind of moment. It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Cause sis, I can tell you right now, I'm speaking to just you. I'm speaking to you right now. We have had a whole bunch of gaslighting videos on this show. We have yet to have a gaslighting to this magnitude. In order for this to be gaslighting, you would have to tell me your husband, your friend, a
The
whole bunch
sister.
of people, his sister, the friend's sister, a whole bunch of people that was at the party, the ex-girlfriend that came to the party, got together after you fell asleep, cleaned the house to the point, got rid of everything, put paper towels up, clean the trash out. Whoa. We can't clean it out completely. We have to make it look like it's regular trash that's in there. And all of this, and I'm telling you right now, and this is it is the most cringy thing that I have ever said on this show, but it's absolutely true. If somebody is willing to kiss their ex-girlfriend in the house that you are upstairs sleeping in, they're not going to go through this effort to gaslight you. They're just not. If they don't even care at that point, they're not going to care enough to put enough effort to just like, we're all going to pretend like this never happened. Is Sorry, but not sorry. I'm just being real with you. Nobody does that. So, yeah.
What keeps
Let's go ahead
jumping
and
out at me, though, is that this used to happen to my grandmother all the time. That she really needs to look at that, try to remember as much as possible. This sounds like, whether these are hallucinations, dreams, waking dreams, you know, the brain is a scary place at times. It can make up a whole bunch of stuff. We're in real or no, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I am leaning towards real.
All right. Let's go ahead and get to the last part of the story. Ooh, we.
Okay.
Folks, I'm just gonna give you fair warning. When I tell you this is the most unhinged ending I probably have ever had on this show, this is the most unhinged ending I have ever had on this show.
Hey guys, great update. First, thank you all for your outpouring of love and support. I got on this morning and was overwhelmed by all your love, help, and compassion. You guys give me hope for humanity. And thanks to the a-hole who told me I was a crazy drama floozy that my husband should dump me and get a restraining order. So, yesterday morning, my husband took me to the doctors, who asked me a lot of the questions you guys did. No, I didn't hit my head recently. No, I don't take recreational drugs. However, I have been feeling ill lately. So the night I had the dream hallucinations, I had taken NyQuil and Benadryl to help me sleep and not drown in my own snot. Oh, and I also had a few hot toddies, so alcohol. Apparently, Benadryl has been known to cause weird reactions in perfectly normal people, such as vivid hallucinations or waking dreams. So instead of scheduling expensive tests, we chalked it up to weird drug interactions. We're told to come back if anything similar happened and to get a damn PCP. My husband took me home and I slept. By the way, while I was freaking out and still hopped up on drugs, I did check the call records and his ex's number wasn't on the call or text list. I honestly didn't even think about what I was doing while I was doing it. I was like, hey, I think my allergies are more severe today, when I started coughing and couldn't breathe, so I took a Benadryl. And then I realized I was actually getting sick, so I unthinkingly took NyQuil so I could sleep. And then I was getting chills a little while later, so I mixed myself up a hot toddy and felt better. Fell asleep pretty damn fast. Opie's edit. Yeah, guys, in retrospect, mixing two kinds of drugs that apparently never knew this, and thanks for telling me because I wouldn't have known, do the same thing was really damn stupid. I won't be doing it again. Also, probably never taking acetaminophen either, judging from some of your comments, or alcohol. Also, I'm actually really relieved I'm not alone in the whole mind trip thing. I'm sorry for anyone who experienced what I did and doubt their own reality.
What did I say about that NyQuil? Just mixing any kind of medication is... it's a formula for disaster, and not even doctors get it right all the time. Wow, this was real. This absolutely was real. I have taken some pain medications where I lost complete memory of what I did the rest of that day, that night. I woke up the next morning to find I had a journal entry that I had no recollection writing.
Did it make sense?
It made sense for another person, not me.
Mm. Mm.
So real, very, very real. The danger here really is the mixing, and I get where she is saying I want to be hyper vigilant now, but I also want to caution you out there, please do not take your medicinal advice from strangers on the internet. Check this with your doctor. And yes, you do need a primary care physician. They are very important these days. Oh, there's so much. That was a scary experience, and I hope that she will continue to talk and tell others about that. Because yes, you start off where things make zero sense. I have this vivid memory. I can smell what it was like to be there. I got the feeling still welled up in my heart. But did it actually happen? Do you know how scary that place is? Yeah, this was real.
I'm going to put up Parker's message because take this as seriously as you can.
Mm-hmm.
A part of this is that this woman posted it on Reddit thinking it was something that she had witnessed and didn't really come to a realization until the update later in the post. I.e., this woman posted it on Reddit as a problem that she witnessed her husband kissing his ex. This is how this whole story started.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make this short, sweet, and to the point. I don't give a damn what drug you own, don't take alcohol with it. Like, period. Hot toddies ain't beer and, mint julep or whatever you want to use. Hot toddies is usually, if you broke, is vodka. If you have to money, is bourbon or, rum or something like that, a brown liquor. And then you're taking that with NyQuil. NyQuil, let's face it, folks, you take it to go to sleep.
Yeah.
You take it to go to sleep. Benadryl naturally puts you to sleep. You took two of the medicines that's their MO, to put you to sleep.
Well, Benadryl, it reacts very differently in different people. There are some where it can be a stimulant.
Really? I want that Benadryl then.
It's all our personal chemistry. So you really have to know. And when you are, and I'm going to say this, when you are experimenting with new chemicals, your doctor has said, this is a problem, we should look for medicinal help. but you're still on over-the-counter kind of stuff. You know, talk to the pharmacy. Talk to the person and ask, what are the risks? What are the side effects? If you've never been on something before, even if you have been on it before, if you cannot tell yourself what the side effects of the medication is that you're taking, you are not informed enough. This is something so very serious, and she saw the light end of it. I want to stress, people go and do things that they have no recollection of doing. They are different personalities under these influences. Imagine waking up, coming to your senses, and finding out that you hurt someone. This is a serious issue. You know, if you are going to be trying out something new, and you say you have a partner, say you have a friend, a roommate, talk with them. Say, this is my first experience. I'm not sure what this is going to be like tonight. I cannot stress enough the importance of informed consent when it comes to whatever you are taking into your body. I'll leave it there because I could go on for far too long.
Well, to answer the question, yes, I think it's real. It's cemented by really what Parker said. It was so real to you that you came on to Reddit and formed it as a issue.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that was a good thing. You know what I mean? Maybe that was a good thing.
Yeah.
Kudos to the husband, because it don't seem like we listened to so many Reddit stories where we're just so scathed up that we're thinking that the husband just gonna blank and everything else. And the husband was like, yeah, none of that happened. I have no idea what you're talking about. I haven't seen my ex-girlfriend in years. I.e., let alone would invite my ex over to the house with my wife without even consulting you. We need a weekend off because we're not used to husbands is just like, dude, I'm not going to invite my ex over to my house. What? And I'm pretty sure the friend would have been, dude, I'm not going to invite your ex over to your house. What? Why would I do that?
Hi.
So we do need a weekend off. So kudos to reality, to the norm. People that's just like, yeah, that would never happen in a million years. They're an ex for a reason. And we have friends that's just like, no, I would never do that to you. I like you. Why would I do that to you?
And kudos to the people who wanted to help her figure it out.
Very
Truly.
much so. Except for whoever was the dumbass that just,
you're crazy. Yeah.
Divorce you, you slime, and you need to put a restraint. Y'all need a life. I don't know what is wrong with you people. Something is like, nope, not gonna get into it. Am I the a-hole? I'm just gonna preface this by going ahead and saying, yeah, you're the a-hole. Let's not even play around with this. It doesn't seem like anything at the beginning of the story. I'm just gonna give you fair whatever. It doesn't seem like there's nothing wrong with this person at the beginning of this story. But Anna, you know, part of my favorite stories is that train not rolling over the cliff and everything else. No, I like the stories where it is rolling smoothly and you just don't notice that it's sliding to the right, that it's not even on the track anymore. And then it goes off the. I love those stories because it comes out of nowhere. You're not paying attention and all this other stuff. So I'm letting you know now. Don't pay attention to the whole story. Really, pay attention to the whole story.
Okay.
But I want you, Anna. I want people that's watching. We have plenty of people that's watching right now that's commenting. And by the way, I'm so sorry. But people who've been watching for the longest time, because the number that's watching right now, y'all been on for a while now. Y'all can talk to us. You can comment. I'm here. We're here for you. You can talk to us.
Mm-hmm.
You can talk
if
to us.
you want. No pressure.
If you
but
want, but I'm letting you know
we don't like it. We really don't.
We're family. But yes. But anyway, the reason I'm also saying that people please comment after the next story is I want everybody to tell me the point in which you realize you're listening to an a-hole. I want you to just pinpoint it, write it down, or mentally memorize it, or whatever it takes. But I want the statement that lets you know, hey, this is the part where now I realize they're a-hole. Stay at home mom.
I'm a 46-year-old woman and my husband is 47. It's been about 1 month since I found out that my husband put a hidden camera in our living room to prove that I'm lazy and worthless. It was a small disguised camera hidden inside what looked like a charging block. He stuck one in a living room outlet. We have 3 kids, a 16-year-old girl, a 14-year-old boy, and a 12-year-old girl. They all have a bunch of chargers and such, so I didn't suspect anything. The point my husband was trying to prove was that my administrative skills are not up to the super stay-at-home mom standards that he as a high earner deserves. This all started because my 12-year-old needed a permission slip signed and forms filled out to go on a class trip. I admit that things happened and we missed the submission deadline. I had made a note to fill out the forms on another day since it was a task that I needed to be 100% focused on. But it was just the start of a new month, and that's when I do most of the shopping and tracking of household bills and subscriptions. I do daily cleaning, but we use a service for deep cleaning and landscaping that I had to supervise. Long story short, my 16-year-old calls my husband after picking up her sister, saying that she was crying because she can't go on her trip. My husband drove to the school and begged them to let him fill out the forms in the office. Thankfully, they let him since it was the same day. I apologized profusely. My husband, who's self-employed as an HVAC technician, laid into me about how he has so many calls a day, but he still handles the administrative aspect of his job, like communication and bookkeeping. I yelled back at him because his work is concentrated while my work at home has a bunch of moving parts and emotional labor as well. And also, I do it all behind the scenes. He digs his heels in about how I wasn't as busy as he was and I needed to do easy things better. A week later, he picks a fight about me not going that day to mail out checks to his employees when I could have done it the next day. He admitted to the camera and starts citing proof of times when I was on my phone, and that automatically equals goofing off. I was on my phone researching meals to fit my daughter's dietary restrictions while keeping her healthy as a ballet dancer. I was looking into subscriptions for frozen but healthy I'm sorry. Okay. I wasn't expecting that line. I was looking into subscriptions for frozen but healthy meals that she and the rest of us could have on the go or at home. The fact that he took offense to me occasionally lying down when I was researching, or that I had taken a TV break before preparing dinner, did it in for me. He knew that my days are crazy during the first days of the month, which was when the permission slip debacle happened. You kicked him out of the house? I kicked him out of the house. It's been a month, and friends have been saying that there are other men out there who wouldn't disregard the things I do to make the life of a high earner possible. I ended up seeing an attorney, and I just filed for divorce because I feel violated and devalued. Am I the butthole?
Let me let y'all know something that y'all may not know. I may have some new viewers here. One of my greatest things, not pet peeve, but one of my hidden pleasures is I play stories for Foxy, and I always look at her at the part where I know her facial expression is going to change, and that's so much excitement. My second favorite excitement is watching AITAH, because it is the most entertaining thing to watch. This is not an insult when I tell you this. I have literally seen people who are actors and everything else, YouTube, whatever, who just literally go off the deep end on stuff. Anna is the most animated facial expressions she makes when listening to the stories. It is, I die laughing. It is fantastic because it is genuine, but it is animated, but it's genuine. Oh God, I love this show. Anyway, Anna, so when did you figure out that she went off the rails? And let me make another proposition to everybody right now. I guarantee you, my part that I realized that she was full of crap is a lot sooner than anybody else's part. That's my bet. That is my bet. That I figured out she was full of crap a lot sooner than anybody who's going to make a guess right now. So I'm going to shut up right now until the end. Anna, you have the floor.
The fuck did I just listen to? Because I am seriously now blanking on everything but meal prep. I'm sorry, I was a little you I know you were asking to look at the wife, but the husband put in cameras?
I'll address that later. Yep.
Like that immediately made me excuse me? Ah. I'm sorry, I need a recap. I really do, because this is one of the stories that I was concentrating for, and come back around.
Okay. So
So please, yes.
go first because I was going to go ahead and hold my rant, but I'm not going to go hold my rant because my rant would also have a recap of what everything going in. You lazy SOB. Just going to let you know that now. Let me go ahead.
The woman.
The woman. Good Lord. Yeah, the woman. Now, let me go ahead and address the elephant in the room. No, I do not condone what the husband did, putting the camera in his house to prove a point. I will never, ever condone that. You deserve 1 out of 5 a-holes for that. But the reason I'm giving you 1 out of 5 a-holes to do that is because I have a strange feeling something has triggered you to actually do that to prove a point. That is not taking anything off the board. Something that's forcing you to do it doesn't mean you still do it. You still into your right mind that you know right from wrong. Okay? Cool. We're gonna get off of that. This is what I've realized that you full of shit, lady. I needed 100% concentration to fill out a permission slip. You full of shit. I have filled out so many damn permission slips. It do not take 100% concentration to fill out a permission slip. You know what's on a permission slip, Anna, that they ask you? Let me show you. Their name, the date of the thing, are they allergic to something? Are you okay with them going? You sign your name, you say yes, they can go, you give the date that you put it. I honestly don't even think it takes like 30 seconds. And I filled out hundreds of these slips. What 100% concentration would it take to fill out this permission slip? Number 2, you cannot fill out the permission slip, but you can write out a note to remind you to fill out the permission slip.
Yeah.
No, you're full of shit because your 16-year-old knew that she sure as hell was not going to go to you for missing the permission slip, so she went to her dad. So they know you ain't going to do shit. Number 4, what the living hell do you do for 8 hours a day as a stay-at-home mom? Let's put it in all its perspective. We're talking about you a stay-at-home mom for a 16, 14, and 12-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
You have maid service that comes to clean the house. And lawn people? Not lawn people. Landscaping.
Landscapers, yeah.
Landscaping people. That you yourself said, not me, that I have to supervise.
Okay, wow. I missed that part.
Yes. That you have to supervise. I'm sorry. So do you really walk around behind them and point out things? Are you serious? Daphnis even made another point. I have to cook dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because they're in school. So breakfast and lunch is off the table. So dinner. You have to cook dinner. Wait a minute. No, you don't. Because you're going to get meal subscriptions.
Okay. Wait.
Wait a minute. I know what you're saying, so I'm just going to end it with this. With all that said, please tell me with the braverity that you were saying, it took up 8 hours a day. And that's the point that your husband was making. Because you're making it like you are busy from the time you wake up to the time he gets home. Tell me what is taking up 8 hours of your day. Because there's another part that everybody missed too. And the part of your 16-year-old is driving your 14-year-old to school. So you're not even doing that. So what are you doing for 8 hours a day? Now go ahead, Sister Hart, because I know that expression on your face, because I know.
As all the pieces are starting to settle, yes, this sounds like a privileged woman who maybe has never had to make her own schedule and follow it. Now, there are some mothers who are up at sunrise and they are starting to do things for their kids to prepare. You know, by the time their kids get up, they've lost that window to do any personal kind of thing. So some exercise, some me time, some mental health time, get yourself in the game. Did I miss a concrete? Are they in school? Are they
Yeah,
being home? So
yeah.
okay, they go to
Because
school.
remember the permission slip that was missed. That means that the trip was that day. So that means it's school. They're going to
Right,
school.
you can be homeschooled and still be partaking in trips and stuff like that. Or you
Well,
can be
also the
remote
fact
schooled.
that the
There.
16-year-old, yeah, the
Okay,
16-year-old was taking her to school.
but she takes her to school. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so yeah, you have a block of hours that you should be able to get some things done with it. Some of these things really shouldn't be supervising the maids and the landscapers. I'm pretty sure that they know what they're doing. And that's where this starts to sound, a lot of privilege here. She's definitely acting selfish. Now, whether she has the executive function to actually pick herself up to do what most of us would deem as everyday, normal, small tasks, but to some people, they are not. I do not know to what degree is this disability versus willful stubbornness. Not my job. Your husband is obviously concerned. No, dude, you shouldn't be putting cameras around to spy on your wife. You should be just talking. You should be. if she does have a problem where simple tasks are not simple for her brain, she needs to start understanding the way her brain works. Take responsibility for it. So, okay, I knew that you knew I was going to go into some kind of mental health something. Having a condition, having a disorder does not excuse you from trying your absolute best to live your best life. The more things are clicking in. Okay, so many kids when they're 16, can I drive? Can I be the one? It's a shiny new toy. I get, and it seems, P.S., they have the money for a kid to have a car to drive their sibling to school. Or siblings, I'm not sure. You are obviously complaining about things that you really don't even have to tend to yourself. If you have people cleaning your house, doing up your lawn, now, okay, a subscription service for meals, is that where you get everything and then you have to prepare? You know, some people actually really like those, and they will get complicated meals because they don't get to have these ingredients in other ways. They're too expensive to buy wholesale or something like that. It's a cool experience. But if you overestimate your capabilities, you look at all that stuff and go, shit, I'm in over my head. But you have to admit that you are in a family where your actions are bumping up into other people's lives. And now the lack of your actions are causing your kids to have workarounds. They know they're going to have to go to dad. When, as the story puts it, should have been a mom thing. I hesitate to condemn her because I am not sure whether she can take in what she is doing and how much a disorganized brain can affect other neurotypical people in the same house. That's a lot for the most devoted of families to still come back to each other and say, we had this moment where my either mental illness or physical illness or both affected our lives negatively. This is something I did not want, I did not intend, but it was my responsibility, ultimately. So, I've had that discussion a lot. You do stupid things when you're in pain. You say stupid things. You Damn it. Sorry. Blanked. Let's just go on to just I can't fully say she's being an asshole. I can say that there are varying color flags throughout all of this. Some are a light orange, some are pink, and some get in towards that red. I'm still trying to figure out, like, when does it turn into an issue?
Oh, I have the answer.
I think the first, well, for me, the first really big flag is that the children have workarounds, have their, well, we can only trust her so far because past experience dictates it so.
Here's the deal, and I'm gonna finish this with this. This is completely me guessing. Obviously, not in these people's lives. This is me speculating.
Right.
This situation that we talking about with the landscaping and the maid service and blah 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 and everything else, this has happened for years. I.e., this happened when the kids were really kids.
Mm-hmm.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Kids and kids.
Mm-hmm.
What I have a problem with is this lady has gotten so used to that, she never wanted to adjust. So 18, 17, and 16 is the same as 8, 7, and 6. No, I do not want to get rid of the maid service. No, I do not want to get rid of the landscaping. No, I do not want to cook no more than what I have to. No, I do not want to have to deal with no more than what I have to. And that's what bothers me. And that is what's bothering me is that as kids get older, you adjust to them getting older.
Yeah.
A really strong example of that is I have to get up in the morning to get my kids up to get their butt ready for school to catch the school bus. Guess what? At a certain age, you don't have to do that anymore. As a matter of fact, I go one step further. If you do, you get on the kid. You're 16 years old. Why am I still waking you up? Are you serious? And like I said, we're not going to something wrong and blah, blah, blah. No, we're talking about the straight away. There's nothing literally wrong other than I am not going to sit here and be waking you up in the morning. Set your alarm and get your butt up. And the funny thing about it is, if I remember from high school, strangely enough, I don't not remember even setting my alarm clock. It was just something in me to just like, man, I just roll over, look at my clock, and go, I hate life. It's almost time to get up.
Well, I
But
knew I would have to get up because, with the alarm clock, because my parents would be gone by the time I got up.
yeah. Do you know how many times I have used my lunch money to catch the city bus to school?
I've done that.
Well, let's face it, we was broke as a joke back then, so it wasn't my lunch money, but it was my dessert money to catch
Mhm.
the which made it real easy on my mom to go. That's your problem.
I have walked to school and home,
I,
and
I
it was
wasn't that.
mild.
I didn't have to walk there, but Ed, I can tell you this: you know how bad it is to walk to school when you're walk to the bus stop when you have to walk across a bridge. Just gonna leave it at that. It's
Done that too. Yep.
yeah. So anyway, special treat for everybody. Mafia video of the week. We have enough time, so that's the only reason why I'm doing it. Everybody did not see the beginning of the show, so nobody knows what the hell we was talking about. But now, since we do have a good crowd that's watching us, and while we are wide awake and just full of energy, is because of something that damn it Anna sent me earlier tonight. And I have no idea why she finds this bullshit and sends it to me. But now it's in my fucking vein that I literally have to show it now. I will show it tonight and I will show it tomorrow night because it's just that freaking funny as hell. Shabala
In my super fundamentalist church, we did not speak in tongues, but we were open to the idea of speaking in tongues. And that Sunday morning, I sort of knew I was going to do it because I'm dramatic. And in the middle of the service, I said out loud, Shamala Hamala. And everyone around me was like, oh my God, it's happening. And everyone started saying Shamala Hamala. And I was sort of like, you guys are just copying what I'm saying. But now we're all crying, saying Shamala Hamala. And my pastor said it was the language that angels spoke. And I imagined the scene in heaven where the angels were like, what's up, Jesus? Shamala Hamala.
What's up, Jesus?
I don't know. I Foxy laughed at a certain point. I'd only laughed at one part of the whole thing. And I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry at all because I'm the one that's going to hell for it. But man, when they said, and I can imagine going to heaven and the angels going, what's up, Jesus? I'm God, I lost it. I lost it. Oh my. I haven't laughed that hard in so long to the point where Foxy subscribed to him. So, needless to say, we will have a lot more of those videos coming on the show. But I tell you, when we said it earlier today, when I said, just find some bullshit that just doesn't make any sense but to you. This is it. It doesn't make any sense. It's silly. And the dude is laughing through his own video. And it's like it doesn't have to make any sense. If you enjoy it, do it. If it ain't going to hurt anybody else, fine. Just enjoy it. I will be showing this video tomorrow, just to let you know. Because I want Thea's take on it, and of course he'll probably take it. I don't know where Thea's
because we're dramatic.
Who the hell knows what Thea's would take whatever we just looked at. Every time I think I figured out Thea's, Roddy Piper, who's a wrestler who I love the most, has a saying. Every time you think you know the answer, I change the question.
Ugh.
This is like every time I figure out what this is going to do, he changes completely. So who knows how this is going to take it? But I'm going to play it for this tomorrow. I'm going to play it for everybody who's going to watch tomorrow. So shamala hamala, y'all.
That's why we've been okay. So whether you belong to a church or not, you can get so much joy out of that. Whether you know what speaking in tongues really is, even hearing it, to me, it really was the way he would just start
Laughing.
laughing at himself it, because I'm dramatic and just it, realizing the ridiculousness of the moment, and yet everybody had tears in their eyes and they're all answering back absolutely shamala hamala. And
I'm
then
going to,
you have a priest, I guess, who's now did anybody notice what the title of the book he had was? Sausages, Saints and Sandwiches, something like that. And so it exposes, and I wonder if these will go into, exposing the um how easy it is to manipulate some people of faith, because you have created this place based solely on faith. You throw out reason and logic. So everybody taking this really serious was an extra layer for me. And okay, just how happy do you feel? Say it. Go ahead, say it. I dare everybody watching. Say it.
and I'm going to hold this tomorrow. I'm going to say it now because I'm going to tell this
Mm?
because I didn't think about it until right now. Literally
But
right now.
what's up?
Shamala hamala has been said at a church I've been to. That
Really?
literally popped in my head. Shamala hamala. I've heard that literally word for word in a church.
A friend
I don't
told
know if
me that
Diz
they
has
thought
heard.
this was going to have something to do with Kamala. And funny enough, I did think that too when I
I
first
thought
heard
so too.
Shamala Hamala. I'm like, oh yeah, they rhymes with Kamala.
But the funny thing about it is, I was not even going to even. I was still putting bits and pieces of the show together.
Mm.
And Anna had messaged me and said, Anna messaged me and said,
I'm low energy.
I'm gonna be low energy today. I'm gonna be low energy. And I'm like, are you sure you want to come on? Because if I do a 1 hour show with just me, I'm cool with it. Like, you know me.
I
I
know you
started
are,
off
and I don't like leaving you alone. I know you like
I understand,
interaction.
but I'm never gonna be that leader. The show must go on. I'm not. You don't know how many times I've just literally sat there and looked at it with, I'm not doing crap today. So I'm not gonna be that person. But I'm laughing because she
And
came
then
back. I said, "Are you sure?" And time goes on. We have busy lives, so it ain't never gonna be that. Unless we have to
immediate,
end a deep conversation, it's never gonna be back to back
yeah.
comments. So I said, "Are you sure? You know, you concerned about your sister? Are you sure you're gonna come on?" And she texts me, "Yeah, I shabala habala now full of engine." I'm like, "What the fuck is she talking about? What the hell is shabala habala?" And she said, "Watch the video. It's really short." And I watched the video, and I said, "Oh my fucking god, I'm sending this to Foxy."
What
And
did I
Foxy
just watch?
and she watched it 4 or 5 times in a row.
Yes.
Anna came on earlier in the show and she was still watching it and she was crying and went, "I'm subscribing. This is so damn funny. This is," and I'm like, I watched it and went, "Yeah, that shit will give you energy." I don't even know why. It was just funny as hell.
Because laughing gives you dopamine. It tells your brain things are good. It creates a bit of energy. Why do you think when we are all really able to come around the corner and surprise each other, and we have those moments of just absolute gaiety where everybody is giggling, everybody is having a good time, and then we wonder how 3 hours zooms by?
Yeah.
It's because we make each other laugh.
Especially when it was the last hour. Oh my
Oh, we
god.
get silly then. Oh, yes.
Oh yeah. Once all the serious stuff is out of the way, because we're focused on the serious stuff.
Oh,
It's information we got to get out. But the second
I
hour,
dare say we get professional about the serious stuff. I
yeah,
mean, I don't know
the first
anybody who
hour is
doesn't
the
do their
serious stuff.
homework.
The
Okay.
first hour is the serious stuff. We got to get that stuff out. We got to concentrate. We got to focus. We got to get that stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All that shit goes out the damn window the second hour. Well, I ain't gonna say that because when I do put some stories up, it's like, dude, sis, you need to listen. You effed up. You need to pay attention. But when we get to a story that's just like Anna's catchphrase now, Tracy's catchphrase is "What's wrong with people?" Anna's catchphrase from this point on is, "What the fuck did I just listen to?" It is downhill. And Thea's catchphrase is, "I don't know where the hell he does it to fuck with me." Literally let you know that. He does it to fuck with me because he knows I don't have
Where
an
you
issue.
get I or maybe like a backup could be the "I'm concerned about you, bro."
No, he knows I have an issue. I don't have a big issue with it, but when he makes everything sexual, when he makes
Oh,
everything in a sexual tone, he knows that just like, come on, Diaz. Come on.
mhm.
And he knows that irritates me, but in a brotherly way. It's never gonna be an issue with him. But he knows like I'm just gonna fuck with him for as long as I can before he
It's
takes
a
me off.
sign of love. The I'm going to poke fun at the things you hold dear.
He's by the way, just FYI, when I say Thea's tomorrow, that's still a maybe. Me and Anna know what the situation is, but just to let you know, nothing serious
No, he's okay.
at all. Just there are
He's
certain things.
busy. Mhm.
There's certain things that's more important than this show,
Mhm.
and we're wholeheartedly support that.
Yeah.
So that's still a maybe.
Always.
I'm still gonna show it tomorrow though, just in case, because it's funny as hell.
Shamala.
Kamala
And
Hamala.
then if you wonder what's the right way to say the vice president's name?
Shamala
Kamala, Kamala. Just let it roll off your tongue.
Unless we're talking to those assholes that purposely go out of their way to say it wrong. Cause
Kamala.
Kamala, what was the one person? Caramel.
I didn't hear that. Damn.
You do not like going down the rabbit hole that I do.
No, I don't.
Carmel Harrison. Who the fuck is Carmel?
Harrison. Okay.
Foxy's videos of the week. 3 videos tonight, 3 videos tomorrow. First video. I'm not sure. I'm not completely sure about this. Because there are some people who are very good at scamming. It just looks so realistic.
Yep.
It looks like it's on the up and up. You just don't know.
My mother will bring me emails, text messages, say, "Can you help me?" And I'm thankful she does that.
So I'm not sure about this. This may be fake. This may not. I'm not taking anybody down for any of these videos because all of them short. So
okay.
This may be fake. It may not. Y'all can let me know.
Let me make the shape of the car. But like 3 inches away from the car, and then okay. That was a funny dance. Okay.
Oh God. But wait a minute. I want to play it one more time because
Oh no, why?
this is what didn't make me laugh at the act. But Anna,
What?
what the fuck was the sound she was making?
Wow, 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 wow.
Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay,
Ay. Oh, sorry, that's too dramatic.
Whoa,
whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. That was for show. Oh.
Next video. And I'm petty, but I find it really funny. The greatest marketing I have ever seen in my life.
Oiga familia, ni siquiera el martes de Taco Tuesday, ya todo el mundo está alborotado. Mañana y todos los martes en Nueva York y New Jersey, tacos a un solo $1, tacos de lechón a $1 en Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
That is the greatest marketing I have ever seen.
Everybody knows Taco Tuesday.
That was the greatest marketing I have ever seen. I don't care what anybody say. That was fan-freaking-tastic.
I've heard that so many times.
Oh God.
That
Last
work
video.
that was very appropriate.
Hey, work.
Yep.
Work. Unless the people are still outside, and then
He'll slip out the back.
last video of the night. Foxy is no longer in here, but she does this, and I'm just gonna let you know. I really dislike you people that do this. I really, 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 really dislike people that do this. Did I say really enough? Really dislike
That's
people.
how you really feel.
I
You're
don't
sure
like.
being honest.
Foxy does this. I get on her every time she does it. It's irritating as crap. Stop it.
Okay, what?
I said what I said. Stop doing that. You don't have even enough. You don't even give them enough time to switch feet.
Oh.
Funny thing about it is during the pandemic, that actually slowed down a lot. Like people don't even do that no more, basically, because there was a lot less people that was
That's
on the road.
good.
So there's a lot less people that do that. But yeah.
In Washington State, it is illegal to use your horn unless you are warning someone of impending danger.
It isn't
So
okay.
just annoying or being annoyed rather, and yeah, hard to. I don't know if somebody would have the whole thing on tape and they could. I really don't know how that would go, but I do know that they give us all in driving lessons, like, you know, your horn is not to grieve, to announce your grievances. There we go. So horn is for danger.
It was made for.
Very Foxy.
2 hours and 34 minutes, which is two of the main
Look
hosts.
at us.
And tell everybody where they can find you.
When I am not humming, I am at borreliaetc.com, and that has links to most of the places. I actually do have to put up a link to TikTok, but so the very first part of this, Borrelia, etc., put that in YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. You'll find me. You'll find me on Facebook, but I'm not there. So, yeah.
All right, tomorrow, like we said, the show is going to be Rules for Rulers.
This is going to be an interesting conversation.
Do you have what it takes to rule the world? Part 1. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, non-conforming individuals, and of course,
I'm assuming you're Lujabitwa.
I appreciate Anna. I appreciate this, wherever he is. And until next time, we will see you when we see you. Peace.
Hamala.
Theus is going to lose his crap when he hears that video. I just don't know what he's going to say. That's what bothers me so much.